Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Welcome. I am so glad you're here. I so look forward to spending this time with you every day. I take your 12 political questions at 12. I'm afraid I don't do personal questions either here or even in like one-on-one. I just do political stuff, and I do it here. But anyway, I'm so grateful you're here. Questions are first come, first serve, and I just put them in the chat. And I read on them in pretty much the order I get them. If I don't read on your question, it is never anything personal. I promise I'm not mad at anybody. It's not like, oh, I like this person more than that. No, I'm here to read on questions, and questions are what are important. That's so. And if I ever sound frustrated or I'm rolling my eyes or like, oh, it's not at you. It is absolutely not at you. It is some of these idiots we read on here. So, yikes. All right. If you're watching this on replay, hello. You can go down right into the description box, and the questions are laid out there, and they're timestamped. So you can skip right to the ones you're most interested in, and just get in, get out, and don't have to listen to the chit-chat and the jibber-jab. And 10% of all income that comes into the channel goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. So, all right. Yeah, I liked the, I thought this was fun. I thought this would be nice, something different. So, all right. We have excellent troll slayers. Boy, you guys have been really keeping us safe. Thank you. Thank you. I have your questions. A couple of things about the questions. One, Lynn, I didn't quite understand your question. You said Edmonton, Alberta, Canada has a vaccine going into second level testing. Okay. But are they testing in Africa? I don't understand. I'm missing something. There is a key piece of information somewhere in there. Oh, I'm afraid. I'm so sorry. I've got my questions for today. I'm so sorry. I might be going back to grab one, but sorry. It is first come, first serve. The slots fill up pretty quickly. But I'm literally here 365 days of the year. I don't take a day off. I haven't taken a day off this year. I had 5 days off in April of last year when there was an emergency. And other than those 5 days in April of last year, I've been here every single day since the day after Christmas in 2019. So I'm always here. And there are always 12 slots available. So don't give up, please. But anyway, Lynn, I didn't understand. What about Africa? I didn't quite get it. I'm sorry. All right. There was also there was some news that Schiff calls on Amazon and Facebook to address spread of vaccine misinformation. They're both going to do that to a certain extent just because of liability. I don't know that there's much I could read on there. And there was a question about how do horse owners feel about the medicine that their horses may need, that being sold out to these idiots. I don't know that there's much I could add there. They're annoyed, of course. They're upset. If there was a medication that, one of my knuckleheads needed, Alfie or Bailey, Pumpkin or Boo Boo, it's Brave Sir Alfred of Pumpkin and Bailey, Boo Boos, and Kitty. Those are my knuckleheads. I'd be livid. So I don't know that there's much I could add there either. Lynn, the testing is happening in Africa, not Canada. I'm so sorry. I'm lost. I'm so sorry. Edmonton. We'll have to work this out maybe tomorrow, maybe for tomorrow. but it was just about second level trials in Edmonton, and then something about Africa, and I'm lost. Sorry. We'll maybe we'll read on it tomorrow. We'll work it out. Hopefully. Okay. Also, there was a question from Michelle. Michelle was asking, will we find any new information from the unsealing of the 9/11 files? Michelle, would it be okay if we read on that on Saturday? Since that is the anniversary. And I'm making a note here to remember to read on that then. It's very important. But dipping into 9/11 energy is not easy. And so I was going to gather 9/11 questions together and just try to do as many on Saturday as people have, to a point, of course, but at least quite a few. So if that's okay, we're going to do that Saturday, but I've made a note. Okay. And having said that, let me nip up here for a second, because there was that. Okay. And then I'm going to replace that with Kashmir's question, which was if the Orange Fuhrer runs for president, will the DOJ still be able to come after him, or will he try to use some kind of presidential immunity-ish stupidity? All right, so those are our 12 questions for today, and I'm just going to jump in. We've got a lot to cover, including... Oh, thank you, Michelle. Thank you. It's Throwback Thursday, everybody. And we're being thrown back to the days of Kellyanne Conway and Sean Spicer. And yeah, we're reading on some people I don't miss at all. But anyway, we're actually going to start with Sandra's question because she was first in. And so at about 8 minutes, we are going to look at, are we going to get another stimulus check from the government? I'm on Social Security, and it's getting harder to get by with prices going up on gas and food. Oh, thank you, Judy. Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, nope, that's not the right thing. Where was I trying to go? Thank you, Judy. All right. Are we going to get another stimulus check? Because here in the States, we have very little to fall back on. We do not have much by way of social programs to fall back on if you are in trouble, which is one of the reasons 10% of all the Black and Orange income goes to Feeding America. So we get another stimulus check. Mansion Cinema. We should. Some people have definitely risen on the wheel of fortune in this mess. And some people have fallen. And most people have fallen. Page of Wands. 7 of Swords. 2 of Wands. I'm not liking these cards. 4 of Wands. I'm really not liking these cards. Page of Swords. I wish I had better news. I'm seeing a whole bunch of far right blank blanks. Basically going for corporate welfare and to heck with the people. Bullies. I've got mine. Messaging and communication of far right garbage. At least we are theoretically in control of at least the Republicans are not still in control of Congress. Thank you. But we do not have the power there that we could really do something with. That's the problem. Any chance? There are people really suffering. Any chance of another stimulus check? Full card for the reading. Oh, Page of Wands again. And there's the Two of Wands. And the Four of Wands. Did I shuffle? Page of Swords. I shuffled. Burden. I'm not picking up anything positive like that, I'm afraid. I'm so sorry. Tuxedo, is that my bird chirping? Oh, that's very sweet. Let me know if it bothers you. I'll close the window. But no, that's all from outside. I don't have a bird. I have two cats. I have two cats who would make very short work of a bird in the house, even with a cage. So, I'm sorry. I wish there was better. I wish there was better news. Okay. Thank you, Judy. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. 12:30. Throwback Thursday. All right, at 12:30. Oh yeah, and Stephanie Grisham too has got a new book coming out. But right now, it's Throwback Thursday, everybody. And oh no, that's next. Wrong one. False alarm. It's not Throwback Thursday. Well, it's sort of Throwback Thursday to 2 weeks ago. January 6th committee tweet on August 25th. Breaking, the Select Committee has issued its first round of demands for records from the executive branch. The January 6th committee gave a 2-week deadline for production of these Trump White House records. Guess what? It's now been 2 weeks. So how's this going to go? Select Committee, Executive Branch records. You would think with Biden in there that they'd be able to just go here. Is the Select Committee going to get their records? Is the Select Committee going to get the records they want from the executive branch? That's disappointment. That's a partial answer. Knight of Cups. 8 of Swords being hemmed in. 7 of Cups. 6 of Wands. 4 of Swords. The committee is trying to get hold of this, but there are some hoops that have to be jumped through. What's real and what's not? What's from this administration? What's from the previous administration? And I would say that's not good, because if you're being hemmed in here and then it goes quiet as a tomb, that would be bad. Except it's right; these aren't next to each other. It's this far right victory that legally goes quiet as a tomb. So he doesn't have immunity anymore. And so they've got even more stuff to sort through. But there are some legal, there's some things they can't get or something. There's some kind of disappointment legal hurdle, something, but it's only on part. So I'm getting on that. Oh, cards went flying. Hold, please. You guys are talking about missing cats, and I'm suddenly having flashbacks to when Alfie went missing. My poor thing. He's okay. He's okay. But just the thought of him, oh my gosh, I was beside myself. All right, so that's what's going to happen there. 16:30. Now we hit the full blown throwback Thursday. All right. Let me save this. Where are we? 17. Okay. It's okay. We're okay. All right. So basically, what's happening is, who knew? Some people, some of the old names from the Trump era were still sitting on the advisory boards for some military academies and things like that. Biden has sent them messages and said, resign, or you will be fired by 6 p.m. this evening or whatever. So, Throwback Thursday, Kellyanne Conway tweeted, let me share. President Biden, I'm not resigning. You should. Uh-huh. Really? Oh, wait, there's more. She wrote a letter. I won't read the whole thing because, dear great Gussie. But let's share, shall we? Oh boy, share. Here we go. Can you see this? I'll get rid of the overlay. All right. I'm not resigning, but you should. President Biden, I am in receipt of the letter you sent today demanding that I resign from the Board of Visitors to the United States Air Force Academy or be terminated. 3 former directors of presidential personnel informed me that this request is a break from presidential norms. It certainly seems petty and political, if not personal. The result is that faithful and willing public servants, I mean, like the ones your people all fired, the people with decades of knowledge in the State Department, and I digress. The result is that faithful and willing public servants will be discouraged or thwarted from service. Our service academies will be risk being further politicized and polarized. Your decision is disappointing and undesirable given the need to distract from a news cycle that has you mired in multiple self-inflicted crises and plummeting poll numbers. I'm sorry, my voice is getting like this because those are the words here. Come on. Yeah, break from presidential norms. But this, I'm just plummeting poll numbers, including a rise in new COVID cases. Because, oh my gosh. Your guy told people to inject bleach. I digress. a dismal jobs report, inflation, record amount of drugs coming across the border, and of course the chaotic and deadly withdrawal from Afghanistan. It is an honor to serve on the board. It was also a privilege to serve a president whose actions resulted in the deaths of terrorists, rather than a president whose actions resulted in the deaths of 13 U.S. service members. I'm not resigning. You should. Sincerely, Kellyanne. The mean girl has spoken. So there. I think I went to high school with her and her sister. We didn't get along. Rob, drama mama ding dong. Yeah, 45 norms. It's almost an oxymoron, Cheryl is saying. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Browen, did the million who died from COVID not count for her? I guess not. Yeah, 600,000 Americans couldn't be found for comment. Oh my gosh, that woman is. Alicia, then Terminator. Goodbye. Mm-hmm. Yep. Hello, Deborah. Wow. Yep. Electra, I pulled all my hair out after you read that. I'm sorry. Hippie said, okay, well, you are fired. Bye-bye. So, Kellyanne, haven't read on you in ages. In donkey's years. Sherry says, I think we all went to high school with her. Kellyanne. Democratic power is on the rise. Her power is waning. And she thinks that pathetic, that I've got to come up with a, hang on. I need a thesaurus, because I don't want to use this word, especially when it comes to things that women say. But it really is. Let's see. The thesaurus is suggesting I use words like it was bad-tempered, despiteful, hateful, malevolent, malicious, mean, nasty, venomous, vicious, vindictive, and wicked. Loathsome. That's a good one. Detestable. Yeah, her letter. We'll use all those words for her letter. And she thinks that she would last 3 seconds in an actual debate after the president she served under. Come at me. Oh, I was, if there was a head of the resistance in high school, I was it. And I have Gemini rising, so go ahead, attack me verbally. Come on. Devil, right in the center. Oh, look, it's your boss. Former boss. Oh, because he's not in power anymore. He got voted out. They're trying to get the poison out of the well. Just dump it. Clean things up so there's better water. This is the first year of the Biden administration. The absolute corruption and disgusting everything that was Trump related. Oh, she's feeling on the defensive. And she has to make a decision. So what's going to happen? Elector saying waiting on Biden to kick DeJoy out. You know, it's coming, but hey. Browan says, people like Kellyanne don't care about being right. Winning only consists of wearing the opposition down until they have no will left or fight, then flip the chessboard. Then they flip the chessboard and claim victory. Yeah. But I don't have any patience for bullies. And I always have time in my schedule to ridicule fascists. Always. I will clear my schedule for as long as it takes. Cat Shepherd, I love when you go full Scorpio. Thank you, Kat, and thank you, Diane. Yes, David, she runs on alternative facts. So what's going to happen to you? Because this is probably the last time, hopefully, I'll ever have to read on you, except when you're in front of hearings, building for hearings for all the corruption and disgusting things that you were a part of, and you were part of that administration. Oh, think you can talk your way out of it? Just refuse. Just no. Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords, Hermit. Oh, she thinks this is her. She thinks she's the Queen of Swords. No, this is the card of investigators and people trying to get to the truth and people trying to keep our democracy going and fun things like that. She thinks this is her. And she can say whatever she wants. Yeah, no. No. You do not have a bully pulpit now. The people who, I don't know, drank Trump's Kool-Aid a long time ago, maybe they might listen to you, but everybody else is unimpressed. Matter of fact, what was the response on Twitter? First response got 25,000 likes was from Asha Rangappa, who said the Air Force Academy's honor code is I shall not lie, steal, cheat, nor tolerate anyone who does. So that sort of disqualifies you from the get-go. Yeah. Scary Larry was saying honorable, Kellyanne? Honorable? Are you trying to be funny? Yeah. And yeah. Stronger Together saying alternative facts, Bowling Green massacre. Both parties called for an ethics violation investigation. Unprecedented multiple violations of the Hatch Act. Yeah. Okay. She thinks she's still got game. Desrat. Alas, poor Kellyanne. I didn't want to know her well. And says KAC, delusions of grandeur. Yes. Hello, Polly Wanda. You missed. Dave, Tweety Bird nails today, Autumn. I think I'm having a flashback. I thought I saw a putty dad. She thinks she's got game. And run a losing game, Autumn, and be saying game over. I love you guys. 7 of Wands, 2 of Swords, Tower. We'll see at the hearings. I'll have nice big bowls of popcorn. Bye-bye. And yes, Desiree, we know what her daughter went through. So, we'll be missing her. 30. Okay, where are we? By the way, she's one of 11 ex-Trump officials to resign from military academy panels or be fired. Another one of them is Sean Spicer. We will not be reading on him, at least not today, unless you really want me to. And we're going on to Joe Rogan. So here's the thing. Joe Rogan is an idiot, anti-vaxxer, all of that. And guess what he caught? Just take a guess. So, news from Uncovering the News. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you. Joe Rogan rips CNN over coverage of Ivermectin regime. Yes, he has decided to go the horse paste route. So, Joe Rogan. Oh boy. Well, thank you, Pamela. Ann Rudd, Sean Spicer, the dancing queen. He was a better dancer than he was a press secretary. Pauline Friend says he also had Regeneron. Well, Regeneron might actually help him, but anyway, so Joe Rogan, what's going to happen to him? Oh, and we'll get to Kristen. There's Merrick Garland will reportedly announce plans for the DOJ to sue Texas over the new laws down there. Good. Okay. I am reading her comments, but I am going to read here on Joe Rogan. Oh, he's sick. Oh my gosh, the amount of pain that just right all through here. Oh, I just got sudden pain here. Bad. Inside of the whole esophagus down into the, oh, he's really sick. Dude, your body is saying help while your mind is like, I don't even know. I can't even put that kind of stupidity into words. And your brain's like, help. Holly says he claims it was ivermectin that cured him. He feels sick. I'm sorry, he just does. The energy, it's and it's back again. It's up here too. It was awful energy, right? Ugh. He's a little sure of his own views. It's kind of like walking around with a vanity, with those little vanity mirrors with the handles. He's one of those people who's like walking around looking at himself everywhere. He's just admiring his own thoughts, his own ideas. Sorry, I'm gonna take a sip here. And how many people are really, really sick and who don't have access to Regeneron? People who are sick through no fault of their own, no stupidity involved. How many people in hospitals are being turned away from unavailability of care? Yeah, his beliefs are a burden. The medical community is doing their best, and they have good stuff with tests and smart things. This feels like walking into a nice white room with trained medical professionals who have clean equipment, and that's what this feels like. And you're walking in with the results of the burden of your own stupidity. Oh, and now you're to say you're fine because you actually took advantage of this, not your ridiculous ideas about horses. So now he's over here sitting pretty like, aha. He's in love with his own ideas, gazing at them, but they're a burden. He did get Regeneron. That's here. And now I'm sitting pretty. No, he's not. He's not. Not if this energy is anything to do with what he's going through. He feels sick. There's some. No, this is not good. I don't know if it just did enough damage, and I don't want it to have caused damage. I don't want anybody getting sick from this. That's the point. Sandy saying from Friday to Labor Day, Oklahoma had over 10,000 new COVID cases. Yep. And in a week or two, it's going to get much higher because people were gathering for Labor Day and being stupid about it. Electricity. Milu says he has heart issues. I would believe that because this up here, this is bad. And this is bad enough, like freezing up and just bad, but it's damaged like other organs and it's not good. Rebecca, we were just finishing up with Joe Rogan. Terry says his Rogan skin changes are crazy. He looks horrible. Is that since he became sick? I have not looked at the guy in I don't know how long. Guess how much I've missed it. Oh, and he thinks this is going to gin up in, this was great PR for him. And how he's bigger and better and more important than those measly CDC people or Mayo Clinic or whatever those people think they know. It's a sham because it's willpower and whatever I feel like taking that's the... Oh my gosh, this is vile. If you are capable, if you are able, I shouldn't say capable, if you are able to take the vaccine, get the vaccine. If you are able to get a booster, when it is your time, get a booster. Wear your mask, wear your gloves, wipe things down. Whatever you're doing now, unless you heard me say this the other day, whatever you're doing now to keep yourself and your family and the people you care about safe, just do what you're doing now and just add just one thing. To upend your whole life, just wipe down something you wouldn't necessarily wipe down, or go wipe down the door handles in and out of your house. Just do, even if you've done that before, start doing that again or something. Just make yourself a little bit safer and we can get through this. Anyway. Okay. Polly, it's reported there's a shortage of Darwin trophies sold out. Alas, there's always a supply. All right, 39. Yes. The 18th. Kristen was sharing, thank you, Kristen, was sharing that a Capitol Police memo says 9 members of Congress were invited to attend the September 18th rally. All but 3 declined. Those 3, Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Madison Cawthorn, haven't yet said whether they will attend or not. So, let's have a look. Hang on. Wait. There was something, I thought there was a question. It was Cheryl's question I have here at number 12. I'm going to move this up because it's related. So we're going to look at Hang on. Sorry. We're going to be in the energy, so I want to make sure we get this. 5, 6, 7, 2, 8, 9. Okay. And 39 was up here. We'll get rid of that. So we're going to start with Cheryl's question. Will there be arrests of prominent people at the September 8th Capitol rally? So that's at 40:30. Okay, will there be arrests of prominent people at the September 18th rally? Anybody know what the weather forecast is for the 18th in Washington, D.C.? Oh boy. Pamela is offering Julie 6 drinks just in case you run out. Desirat's going to check. Thank you. Will there be arrests of prominent people at the September 18th Capitol rally? A lot of people on edge. Oh, September, I understand it. The 18th, it's far away and not likely to be all that accurate, but we can get an idea maybe. Teresa saying rain from the storm off the coast. Okay. Weather report for September 18th, Paul is saying pleasant for the east. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, we don't want this to happen again. Electra saying, I live in DC. They're putting the gates back up, getting ready for it. Good. Refusal to listen to decency or reality. Ah, yes. The great far-right victory because you follow an idiot. The government, it's a secret. There's certainly going to be angry rhetoric. This is people working themselves up into a yelling fits at the secrets behind the government, and we really won, and we're not going to listen to reason, and they're fools. Okay. The card for the reading, and then 3 major arcana. That's 4. That's 6. Matter of fact, when I put these back in and I get that many major arcana, I need to spread them out throughout the deck a bit. Oh my gosh, every card I've just cut to try to put these in, every single one has been major arcana. Okay, why am I getting all these major arcana cards about September 18th? What's the deal? What's the September 18th deal? Something going to happen? I would think that they'd have so much political stuff, so much security set up against the political stuff that it would be a non-issue. But Pegasus says, drizzly with a strong possibility of delusions. Yes. Page of Sword, bullies on parade. Queen of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. They're going to be watched. Their plans are being watched. Their actions are going to be watched. I'm not getting necessarily prominent people being arrested. I'm getting everybody being watched. So, yeah. Or as my best friend says, since she's from the South, so she can do it in a great Southern accent, and I can't. Just what she tells her kids: play stupid games, you're going to win stupid prizes. Yep. All right, 46. Now we're going on to the Gaetz, Greene, and Cawthorn. Gaetz, Greene, and Cawthorn. Let me just throw 3 cards. Gaetz, Greene, and Cawthorn. September 18th. Gaetz, Greene, Cawthorn. September 18th. Don't accept reality. Don't accept that the other side could have won. Look, I don't think that, it's not as I don't think. If somebody could prove that Mitch McConnell didn't win his election, I'd be like, thank you. But I'm not going to blow up elections because of it. I'm not going to protest in the streets. I'm not going to call election officials and threaten them. How stupid garbage is that? Anyway, Gaetz, September 18th. That is a young man with a young girl. So either he's with his new bride, still in the honeymoon phase, or picking up chicks. I don't know. Paying for? I don't know. Allegedly, I don't know. Greene. She can't stand not getting attention. She's loving all this attention and money. Yes, for entertainment purposes only. Absolutely. The money and attention she's getting, now that she's had a taste of that, ooh, she can't miss stuff like this. Cawthorn. Tell me he's not going to show up with a weapon. These people are so awful. These people are so awful. Ew. Hemmed in. The protesters don't have the kind of free reign they had before. Queen of Pentacles. No. 6 of Cups. 3 of Cups. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. All right. All right. It is 49 minutes in. Kat was asking, will I Like Beer be replaced? Let's see here. Ooh. Let's check in on I Like Beer. Kavanaugh himself. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Kavanaugh. I get a mental image. I'm not saying he's in one. I'm just saying I get an instant mental image of him in a casino. I'm not saying he's in a casino or he ever goes to casinos. I'm saying I don't think the gambling thing. Alleged. Gambling thing is over. Entertainment only. Just reading on collective energy. What do I know? He is a nasty piece of work. Surprise. I'm sure you'll be shocked to hear that. Kavanaugh, going to be replaced. I'm sure he'll go quietly and respectfully and Judge Kavanaugh. What? Sorry, I will never get over that SNL. Matt Damon knocked it out of the park. That was so good. He was so good. And Squee. Lifting weights with Squee. Out of the park. Ace of Cups. Ace of Swords. Come on, Kavanaugh. Lack of funds. Lack of funds is at the center. You're done. Dude, you're done. The rise of democratic power, bringing the sword of truth. Your lack of funds. How did you end up with your debts paid off? End of chapter, end of book, end of story. You're done. That's what I keep getting. That's what I keep getting. And he's going to handle it about as well as he's handled everything else so far. About as well as his entitled back end has handled everything else so far. Oh, ding. Yeah. Pamela says, since you've talked about that SNL skit, I've gone back and watched it at least 10 times. It never gets old. Oh, I'm glad you like it too. I was dying. That was so fun. And that the woman playing his wife right there. It's great. Anyway. See, Torino, he'll always be hurting with that addiction. Yes. But someone with addiction on that level probably shouldn't be a Supreme Court justice, you know? But I know you agree with that, so anyway. Polly Wanda overheard MAGA comment, God is my vaccine. No, God gave you a vaccine. Okay, moving on. 53. 53. Oh, here we go. Here we go, everybody. Maybe you'll be hearing about this here first. Oh, Queen Anderson. Thank you. Stephanie Grisham, who served as White House press secretary and communications director without ever holding a press briefing, will publish a book in October called I'll Take Your Questions Now, What I Saw in the Trump White House. Okay? Who cares, right? She worked for Melania, then she worked in, she worked in the East Wing, then she worked in the West Wing. Okay, whatever. Insiders talking about what scandals are going to be revealed. Really? No hype or anything. So, I've got to read this to you from Raw Story. A Former White House official and chief of staff to Melania Trump is about to reveal what a publishing source calls, quote, surprising new scandals, unquote, in a new tell-all memoir. A former West Wing colleague is a source on this, who is also close to the publication. Well, there's someone who's close to publication too. Anyone, but in here, would you like some grains of salt? I've got extra. Take one. Here, plenty. Take a grain of salt, and take some of the sage. Take some little bits of sage too. So you know, this energy of all these people. Okay. Anyway, where were we? Okay, here we go. There isn't enough water on Earth to contain the fire she could set to all of Trump world, including parts like the First Lady's orbit, which not many people are in a position to illuminate. It's hard to articulate how much anxiety this is going to cause. A source close to the publication said Grisham has receipts from her time in the White House because her job required her to know what was happening. That source said Grisham knows where all the bodies are buried because she buried a lot of them herself. The West Wing source said, when I heard this about the publication, all I could think about was Stephanie surrounded by a lake of gasoline, striking a match with a grin on her face. What in the overblown, give me a break, hyperbole straight out of the Trump. It's Bigley. It's a Bigley book. Bigley. Surrounded by gasoline. Gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Pauline French, was that written by someone who writes bodice ripper novels? Bodice, hey, there's some good bodice ripper novels out there. Well, not really, not bodice rippers. Those are. There are some very good people, writers out there writing romance. Let's put it that way. Bodice rippers, nah. That's gets into non-consensual. No, thank you. But thank you, Pamela. Hype much? So, the scandals. Are you sitting down? Hold on to something solid. We're going to look. I'll take your questions now is going to be the name of the book. Are the scandals going to rock us back on our heels? All right. All right. Where's Stephanie Grisham and where's your book? Oh, 3 cards on Stephanie Grisham. Feels like she's going to make some money from this. It looks like she could make some money from this. 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands, Queen of Swords. This is her writing about all the stuff she had to fight, be in defense against, and fight and send out. And her writing about it. Okay, so why does it feel like, why am I getting a star card, and why does it feel like she's gonna be making she's gonna make some bank off of this? Dave, this isn't Kellyanne. This is Stephanie Grisham. So I'll take your questions now. The book, is it going to be the bestseller? Just knock your socks off. Just gasp. 3 of Pentacles. Well, that's the plan. That's the plan. it's going to get published. It needs to be a shocker. Mm-hmm. Knight of Swords. Knight of Wands. She might have some dirt. She might make some people look bad. Six of Pentacles, High Priestess, King of Cups. She's going to make some people look bad. Yeah. Things that were done. Yeah, she's have secrets, and yeah. And then Biden came in, and she may have something to add about the planning of the insurrection, something about like come up to. Didn't she resign on like January 9th or something? She resigned on January 6th after 4 years in the White House, and is the only person who served both under Donald and Melania Trump, and one of the few who spent time in their private residence. Okay. She's going to make some people look bad. There might be something. I'm seeing some headlines. Better than most. Better than most. Most of these books come out at this point, and they're really they're duds. But yeah, there's some good stuff. She's still a rotten human being, and I want nothing to do with her, and I won't give her a dime. But yeah, if the news people talk about it. Emmy's saying, really? Can they look any worse? I don't know. Read to see who is Stephanie Grisham. She was the press secretary for under Donald Trump. One of them, the last one, I think. No, who was the one who took over after January 6th? Anyway, it doesn't matter. She was one of his press secretaries. Right now, she sees an opportunity to make a lot of money. Empress, Nine of Wands, Ace of Swords. She's going to end up being called in as a witness in a lot of things, but basically it's this idea of trying to find other work and what have you, and she realizes if she can come up with enough scandalous stuff, she'll never have to work again in her life because she'll make enough money from selling the story. All right, there might be some stuff there, but I'm just so sick of them all. Anyway. All right, at 103, where are we? Nuclear Magenta, by the way, I love that name. I mean, I called the channel Black and Orange. Excuse me. I call the channel Black and Orange because the color and the whole graphics thing. So Nuclear Magenta. 103. Hang on, I gotta get my cards. Oh, geez, they went everywhere. And more over here. Okay. Yes, I think that's all of them. Nuclear Magenta saying, Kayleigh Mendacity was the last press secretary. Oh, that's right. I forgot. But she was in there too. She never gave a press conference. She had the job, just said, no, we're not doing press conferences. So they didn't. All right. So Nuclear Magenta, of the fantastic name, at 104, is asking, will Citizens United ever be overturned? Yes, please. We'll have a look. Okay. Save. Oh no, it's 104, not 109. Me and numbers. Citizens United, where are you? You vile insult to democracy. Citizens United, will it ever be overturned? Other laws supersede it. Supersede it? Come over it. Make it obsolete. Citizens United overturned. Ace of Swords. Struck down laws. Yeah, there's stuff coming. There's a bigger package of laws that will. King of Swords. Four of Swords. Seven of Swords. Lovers. Strength. Well, this is lower courts who have kept it going. This is what happened at the Supreme Court, but also lower courts who have kept Citizens United in existence. Any challenges have not made it very far. And it means elections have been very badly influenced by big corporate money and PACs and you name it. As long as you're one of the group. But the strength, even though it's next to the Lover's card, it was the beast being, their mouth being closed. The beast's mouth being closed. Gail is saying, will she make the Trumps look bad? I think that's going to be the point. But I didn't ask on that specifically. Sorry. Right now, Citizens United. Citizens United. Overturned. Yes, please. I'm getting big grouping of laws, like a package of laws. Or a bill that includes a whole bunch of different stuff. It goes in and just kind of shoves it off to the side. Moan. Eight of Pentacles, Temperance, being tempered. They worked hard to get Citizens United passed. So corporations, people, the workers together can, or the PAC or whatever, they worked really hard to get this thing passed. But it will be tempered by an aggressive group of laws, bigger thing. So I'm hoping it's some kind of, well, it could be a lot of things, but new election laws that might actually work. Those would be kind of cool. Okay, thanks. Okay, we're at like 109 now. Okay, this is an interesting hypothetical because we know what Trump wants, but what will actually happen? Hang on, let me get a sip here. Okay. So the question is, if the Orange Fuhrer runs for president, will the DOJ still be able to come after him, or will he try to claim some kind of immunity? Or it seems unlikely, but this is Trump. We're talking about all kinds of unlikely things always kind of show up. Oh, thank you, C. Torino. I need to get copies from other companies to see their quality. There's only so many hours in the day. but I want to be able to offer these. Thank you. Well, I'm shuffling because this really needs a good shuffle. I've got the covers up for the live streams here in September, and there are 5 days where I've got 2 cards on the covers. These abstract cards, tarot cards, and I think they're pretty striking. There's so many different decks I want to make. And again, so many hours a day. But anyway, we'll get there. All right, that's better. All right, so if the orange moron runs for president, is he going to try to claim some kind of immunity? Because if he thought it could, he had announced that he was running in a heartbeat. But the problem is he's not in a hurry to announce that he's running, because right now he's gathering money without having it technically fall under election financing laws. Thank you, C. Torino. Thank you. Thank you. It's high praise. Okay. Trump. And he's even a sickly yellowy orange. Okay, so what fictional garbage are you going to... the Sun, 5 of Pentacles. Oh, I'm the biggest victim to ever be victimized. I'm the victim, they're all after me. Insult to injury. Hanged Man. 2 of Swords. What I got here was a sit down. He'd try it. Oh, he would try it in a heartbeat. If he thought for 2 seconds he could get away with it, in a heartbeat. This is his base. A lot of his base is sick, too. Sorry. There's a big suspension here. This is Major Arcana. He'd try all kinds of stuff, but his presidential run is going to be suspended because of alleged corruption. Oh, look. Family business. And the investigators going after him and his family. So, but would he try it? Of course he would. Oh, yeah. So Holly says he's looking into it strongly. Mm-hmm. Linda, melodramatic diva wannabe king. Mm-hmm. All right, 114-ish. All right. Tracy has an interesting question here. Will a Democrat be the next governor of Texas and, I should put and or Florida. So I'll do 3 for Texas and 3 for Florida. Will 3 cards for Texas, 3 cards for Florida. The next governor of Texas will be a Democrat. The next governor of Florida, will it be a Democrat? Sorry. Hair getting caught in the cards. Will there be Democratic governors? Will there be Democratic governors in Texas and Florida? Texas and Florida. the rate the far right Republicans are going, bumping off your voters, not always a grand idea. It's hard to get through in those states to Republicans who are just convinced that the left is, there are people moving to those states which are starting to move them toward the purple area, somewhere between red and blue, but the reds are still really die hard. So Texas, 10 of Swords, Fool, 2 of Swords. I'm not getting a Democrat, but I'm getting Abbott in big trouble. This was making a woman choose, coming forward and saying, well, we're going to stop all, I'm not going to use a trigger word, men who attack women. Yeah, all of them. Really? How many thousands of evidence kits have not been processed? And you're just going to cure that from ever happening again. Stop that from ever happening. Really? You big liar. Yeah, this is going to hurt him politically immensely. In Florida, governor in Florida, insult to injury, Queen of Cups. I keep getting Rubio's going to win, but barely. But this Queen of Cups here, my brain immediately went to Rubio. But that's not governor. Insult to injury. There's a Democrat, possibly a woman. 5 of Wands. So people on the far right doing their thing, but then someone who is strong and sensible stepping forward, as opposed to the kind of chaos and grief that DeSantis creates. So that has a Democrat right in the center of it. So there's a possibility there, but Abbott, but he's in trouble. Abbott's in trouble, but does that mean that we get a Democrat governor of Texas? Boy, wouldn't that be a day? Exactly, I'm Kelpie. If you can eliminate it, why haven't you done it already? Exactly. Queen of Pentacles. So that's the group of Republicans pulling together. Medical care, patriarchy, women. In Texas, the energy, this is all on this issue. I'm not getting anything about Democrats. I'm just getting massive energy against Abbott and his ilk for these draconian laws. Cruel. So I'm not getting anything that's in its big energy. Death, DeSantis, Florida. Again, Queen of Cups. 4 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, 2 of Swords. This is pathetic energy. DeSantis, really? This is your campaign? This is your situation? It's tiny. It's pathetic. Versus this woman is running rings around that campaign. So there's a real chance there's a chance in Florida. And it's more than I thought I would pick up on, but I keep picking up on that Queen of Cups. So there's some definite Democratic energy coming to Florida. Hopefully it's a governorship. I asked about the governorship. Fingers crossed. But for Texas, the energy is massive, and it's all based on coming down on those laws. Nanette says Justice Department suing Texas. Yes. Over the laws. Yes. Yes. So, right, at 1:20. Well, this is kind of infuriating. Awkward Luminary was asking, what would be the outcome or impact of the GQP plot to take over school boards and election boards? Well, to some extent, they already have. So what about this whole right-wing takeover of school boards and election boards and city council and all these kind of things? Well, that their takeover of local boards. Hermit. Well, we know this started years ago. There were even some names out there. I can't remember his name, but there's even one younger guy at the time who was like, you know what, I'm a Republican and we're having a terrible time in Washington, D.C., but we could take over states and the amount of power we'd have. And at first the RNC was like, what? But he talked them into it, and he was right. And so they worked really hard on state levels to gain power. Pentacles, Moon, Eight of Swords. I know I'm going to put this thing down. I can barely see the cards. Oh. No, that'll have to do. Local is very important, even more than federal. I could understand. It's an issue. Knock down laws. Get that Republican power, no matter what the chaos. But make sure the patriarchy exists. Make sure you hem in those women, those upstart women, and those pesky people who aren't rich. It was a plan, and they have succeeded. So the question is, will this success continue? It's infuriating. So will the right continue to be successful on the local state levels? And Two of Pentacles. Things start getting dicey. Oh, they're definitely communicating their far right message, and they had their time. They had Trump in power and McConnell, and eventually they end up on the defensive with their extreme views being tempered, except in places where it's hard to take over a local board of whatever. Let's just say when you're in white supremacist central, if your board is sitting, on Main Street of white supremacist junction, you're not going to have much luck. But in general, this extremism will be tempered. And until we organize better on the left, it's not going to get much better. But anyway, and that's it. Done 12 questions. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I so love spending time with you guys. You are funny and you're smart. And gosh darn it, I like you. So anyway, I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. Also, the world needs your creative energy. So at 4 o'clock Chicago time, oh, I forgot to show you. It flickers is the problem. Now I remember why I didn't run this very often, but I put batteries in it. Look, and if I put it 100%, does that help? I don't know if that helps. Oh, yes, it helps a little. And you still can't see that it says Chicago. After all that, You can still barely see that it says Chicago. Let me see if I make this brighter. Will this help? No, not really. Okay, well, I tried. It's a beautiful painting. Anyway. That's Michigan Avenue, and then we think the arch is something to do with the World's Fair. But anyway. Thank you so much for being here. And at 4 o'clock, I'll be over on the Book Art Media channel, YouTube channel. We do 4 25-minute creative sprints. Come bring whatever your creative project is, whatever you're working on, and we'll just focus on our own projects for 25 minutes, and then we encourage each other for a few minutes, and then we dive back in. And so I get creative work done every day. It's very important to me, and you're always welcome. You're always welcome. All right, that's it. Book Art Media. Other than that, I'll be back tomorrow. I am your bad penny, and I will show up tomorrow at noon. As always, thank you guys. All right, and I'll see you later, or I will see you tomorrow.